Hello once again from Sweden and welcome back to another pick a card reading. In today's reading we're going to look at what higher purpose does universe want us to fulfill. And this is kind of all about the soul's abilities, talents and gifts and kind of what we are meant to put out in the world. And yeah, universe wants to manifest their energy through us, through the soul type that we are and the experiences and the abilities that we have. So hopefully this reading will give us some insights into our higher purpose. Anyways, so I have prepared 3 different piles with cards. That would be 3 separate readings, and what you do is you choose the pile that you naturally feel the most drawn to, and that will be your reading today. As always, we will also take 1 additional card together that you get to see faced upward. And yeah, I have chosen a new deck that I have. It's a very high vibrational deck, and I was thinking it's going to be very soothing for this reading. So let's just do it. That felt like pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Yeah, universe are fast today. They want to get this message through. So pile 1 have this beautiful picture here. Pile 2. And pile 3. Okay, that is the options for today's reading. If you need more time, you can just pause the video. Otherwise, like always, you will find the timestamps shared in the commentary section. Okay, I'll see you in your separate readings. Hello, pile 1, and welcome to your reading. What higher purpose does universe want you to fulfill? And you felt drawn to the angel of fate. Actually, is this card, and it's a beautiful angel here holding a cup, sharing love and wisdom, or just spreading love and light to these people. We have one woman here. She seemed a bit shocked to see this angel. The other one is kind of in bliss. So pile 1, number 1, what I'm getting is kind of, you are a very natural spiritual person. You're definitely a star seed or an angel, a higher soul type. There's no lower soul types, but you're a very spiritual soul type. You have a lot of gifts and talents and abilities naturally because of the soul type that you are. And I think you're highly sensitive. I think you're an empath. I think you're very open. I think you're very, very, very spiritual. So it's kind of obvious it's kind of obvious who you are, and that it lays in your purpose to use all these things to be some kind of a light in the world, sharing faith, sharing hope, to other people through your gifts. So, and I think you're meant to reach out to a lot of people. The higher purpose, kind of what universe wants you to fulfill, is to step into that role, step in fully into being that light server, by sharing love and wisdom and truth through paintings, through singing, through your voice, through maybe tarot, but through healing. I think you're a very strong healer, actually. You know the cup here, the angel is holding a cup. The cup symbolizes feelings, so you are very good in understanding people and to guide people through difficult emotions. So I think you're meant to be a spiritual teacher, pile number 1. I feel it so strongly. A spiritual teacher, yeah. But I think you're doing it. I think you have many different tools in your toolbox that you can use. So I don't think you're just meant to do one thing, like, okay, I'm a healer and that's it. I think you're meant to be a healer. You're meant to be some kind of a spiritual teacher. You're meant to get your voice and your energy out there. But kind of they're showing me like many different ways because that you are meant to reach a lot of different types of people. If you only do one thing, then you will only maybe reach one group of people. So I don't know, they keep showing me that you are meant to reach, they keep saying that they keep saying that you're meant to reach a lot of people. You're meant to reach a lot of people. So if you're scared kind of showing yourself, on social medias or showing yourself, that you have to overcome that. They're very they are very clear. Wow, this is very interesting. They're very clear now, and they're really saying, yeah, do you need to overcome this? You are meant to reach out and to reach a lot of people, and you're a channel. So the things you're meant to channel the universal truths. Source energy is meant to channel through you, through your gifts and abilities, kind of your own expression of the truth. We have so many spiritual teachers and gurus now and in the past, and they are all sharing the same truth, but they did it in their own words and in their own way. So you have your own way of doing it, also regarding to the soul type that you are and the wisdom that you have and the soul experiences that you have. So you have your own color to it, but you're definitely meant to reach out to a lot of people. And I don't know, I feel a bit scared, or I feel like the energy of being a bit scared of being on because it feels like you're kind of on stage, or maybe holding satsangs, sitting there on a little chair talking to people. Sometimes it's going to be smaller groups, but I just see it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So they're kind of maybe they're preparing you. So if you feel like you're getting prepared to do something big, yeah, this is a confirmation. I think you're definitely meant to reach out to a lot of people. Yeah, and you have a number 5 here. 5 is an angel number that signifies positive change. So you're meant to guide people to positive change in their lives. By being that beacon of light, because you are it feels like you are the embodiment of light. You are the embodiment of source energy. You are kind of integrating you have a very high soul purpose, pile number 1. That is for sure. Yeah, and universe wants you to fulfill that. That is your highest. So we're talking about the highest soul purpose. So it's not going to be earthy stuff here going on. This is you being that beacon of light. You're stepping into embodying your soul's high energy and all the gifts and abilities, and you are a leader. I wouldn't even call you a leader. I usually don't like the name spiritual teacher and guru and thing, but it's words. We have to use concepts like that. You have to be able to explain it here, but it's kind of it's like you are the embodiment of truth, and you're sharing this to people through different channels. Okay, let me take a sip of my tea and then we're gonna continue here. I was feeling this reading is were gonna be a bit intense because of the high energy. So yeah, let me see. I didn't even organize the cards, so let's put the tarot cards here, and we're gonna start with some more oracle cards. And we have water nymphs and feelings, and water nymphs are beings of, they live in the water, streams and floods and stuff like that. And they were called upon when somebody wanted healing, actually. So you're a healer. You are such a healer. But that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't just say you are Jesus was a healer. Jesus was a healer, but he was more than a healer. He was also an inspirational teacher. I don't find the word. It's like the word doesn't exist. I can't find the word of what you are, because it doesn't exist. It's so strange. So, but yeah, like Jesus was a healer, but he was so much more. He kind of became It's a beacon of light, not even, do you understand what I'm saying? A beacon of light is something higher than being a teacher. It's embodying light, the embodiment of being awake and very, very with your energy, if Jesus or Buddha or some other person that you relate to that is enlightened in one way or another. Enlightened, I actually think you pile number one, it wouldn't surprise me if your highest soul purpose is to become enlightened. Yeah, and if it's not in this lifetime, it's definitely in the upcoming lifetimes. A bodhisattva, I think, I'm sorry if my pronunciation is not always the best, but bodhisattva is a person that is striving towards enlightenment. So you have this energy in you. You have that Buddha energy in you, and you are. So whatever stage you recognize yourself with, let's put it down a bit. Let's put the energy a bit down to not fly away all the way too high. So you're definitely meant to be a healer. And some kind of a spiritual teacher, and that will take expression in different. The expression of that will be different from person to person, depending on your soul type. But I don't know if I said it, but you're definitely an empath. You have such a strong connection to source, pile number one. And it's so pure. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me really if I think you, pile one, you have a very strong connection to Buddha, to Kuan Yin, to the Christ energy, to Jesus Christ energy, and to the angels and ascended masters. You're very, 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 very closely connected to higher spiritual truths. You really are. And we have radiate. Oh my god. Radiate. This is what I've been saying. Turmeric also. But radiate, because I kept feeling that you were meant to be a beacon of light. And it's like, and it's funny now because the guides are telling me, don't be scared to go too high in your vibration, because sometimes I feel like, okay, like if I channel like too high, maybe people don't understand me. And I have to be like a bit grounded, but they say no, just go for it, they're saying. So let's just go for it. So radiate, I'm getting here. Your highest soul purpose, your highest purpose is to become enlightened and to embody your soul's energy, and then to share the truth of the universe with your own expression. But radiate, I mean, really like walking around on earth with a big ass aura, shining light. Just shining light, helping people heal their pain, their feelings, guiding them, giving them hope. Giving them hope and guiding them. This was such a beautiful energy. Oh wow, and we have a horse here with tame and attain. Tame that wild horse. Tame that wild horse. Really guide people. I keep getting the same thing. It's a very clear message actually, but guide people to awakening. Guide people to understand how everything works. What is the ego? What is the pain body? What is feelings? What is the truth? What is love? You're very, very connected to love, feelings, the heart chakra. There's a very, very soft energy in you. And what do we have here? Sensitivity. Wow, I just love how the readings are always like, the cards are always spot on. So sensitivity, you're highly sensitive. So you're pile number one, you're an empath, highly sensitive empath. And I always say, like, the more sensitive you are, actually the closer to source energy you are. The more sensitive you are, the higher vibrational soul you are. And the harder you have here on earth, of course, because it's a sensitive being here on earth. It's very difficult because it's so harsh here. It's the emotions of the earth, anger, envy, even passion, desire. What is it called? Desires are also very heavy energy. Jealousy, competition, even love is love. Love at the 3D level is still desired. Even that can be feelings of heaviness to it. It's actually the only thing that feels really, really good is unconditional love, because unconditional love doesn't grasp, doesn't hold, doesn't cling. It's free. It is free. So your highest purpose, so we're talking about the highest purpose here. So your highest purpose is to walk towards enlightenment, to heal yourself, to get enlightened, to embody that light, to embody kind of your soul. And I think, enlightened is kind of going beyond the soul. It's higher than the soul. It's transcending the soul and just becoming oneness, and then become some kind of a spiritual teacher or guru here, sharing, helping, serving the people. Serving the people. Yeah. Whew. I have to take a sip of my tea. I have to take a sip of my tea. Okay. Let's continue here with your tarot cards. And we have Knight of Cups. Here you come on your white horse, and the Knight of Cups is the only knight, I think, or the horse, I'm just thinking, because actually all the knights has a horse, but the Knight of Cups is the only knight that has a white horse, I think. And the white horse symbolizes purity. So here you come. And wow, it's actually, this Knight of Cups also has angel wings. So you're an angel. You're definitely, I think, pile number 1. There's a lot of angel soul types here in pile number 1, or very, very, or starseed that has a very high vibration. I mean, you don't have to be an angel to have a high vibration. There's so many wonderful beings on a soul level out there in the galaxies, in the universes, that has a very, very high vibration. So anyways, you are a server of love, and you are a server of love. Yeah. So yeah, they just keep saying it was a very clear message. 4 of Sword. And you know what? This is you dying. You're meant to die. And I don't mean like a physical death, but you're the person that you were born into this lifetime, with your name and your past and all the things that you went through. That person is meant to die this lifetime. And you're meant to rise up again. You're meant to be enlightened. I mean, yeah, that's the energy I'm getting. Or at least one level of very high awakening, reaching a level of very high awakened stage, where you have put to rest with the 4 of Swords. You have put to rest that old part of yourself, the one you were identifying yourself, the name that you had, the past that you had, the parents that you had, the siblings that you had, the way you grew up, all the pains and suffering that you had. It's the end. It's the end of that karmic cycle. It's the end of that suffering. It's the end of all of that. So Palawan, it wouldn't surprise me if you, like I said here, Bodhisattva, and once again, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. It has different meanings actually in different Buddhistic traditions and cultures and countries. So, but one of the meanings is any human being, any soul that is walking towards enlightenment. So it wouldn't surprise me if many of you have this calling, this seeking inside of yourself, wanting to go towards enlightenment. And that is because you have done this in many lifetimes. It's also because of you have this in your soul's mission to do this. But you have also come here, you're at the end. You're at the end of your incarnations. You're at the end of the karmic cycle. And and in that, and a Bodhisattva is also in other Buddhistic traditions, it also signifies as a person or a soul that has attained, that's finished their karmic cycles, and they have attained I'm gonna find the right words here. They are ready to get enlightened and to leave Earth, but they're staying. They're staying or coming back. And they just because of serving humanity. So that is also Bodhisattva. So whatever resonates with you, maybe you're already done and you're just here just to carry a lot of heavy burdens and a lot of karma and a lot of pain, getting born into a karmic family and transforming enormous amount of energies and and then raising your vibration and things like that, and then becoming some kind of spiritual teacher, or if you're walking on the path towards enlightenment. Either way, I mean, that is the highest purpose, is to reach it. And I think even now, or whatever you are on that journey, be some kind of inspirational person, healer, teacher, guru of some kind. Yeah. And we have King of Pentacles. Wow. King of Pentacles. You're meant to... yeah, you were meant to be a... you know... teach. I mean, just keep getting the same thing, you know. I don't know. I'm sorry if you're getting bored, but I'm getting the same things here. So, you know, King of Pentacles is a king. Very stable. Very, very stable. And, you know... my big teacher here in this lifetime is Eckhart Tolle. Like, I'm very, 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 very picky actually with who I listen to, because you know, at a certain level of your journey, you become very discerning about what feels right and what doesn't feel right. So whenever something doesn't feel right, my energy just goes, ooh, it's like, no, that's not truth. And I think you have this too, you know, with the sensitivity. You can really discern what is I don't think you listen to anybody's truth, or you don't listen to anything, or you don't go to anyone. I think you're also very discerning, because of your energy is very pure. And the purer your energy becomes, the more picky you become, because you're seeking that higher truth. And in the end, there will only be the spiritual, the awakened, enlightened teacher that can kind of guide us, because they are holding that light for our own light. They are holding the space for our own space. They're holding that stillness for our own awakening, or something like that. Oh my God. I think you understand what I'm saying. So for me, it has been Eckhart Tolle. And just listening to him helps me to get into that own enlightened stage inside of myself. And he is kind of a you know, very grounded, somebody you can always rely on, you know. You can always rely on somebody enlightened. I mean, like Jesus, everybody relied on Jesus. Everybody relied on Buddha, because there was no ego there anymore. There was nothing left there anymore but light. So holding on to that light. So you're meant to be that light. Yeah, like I said, like that beacon of light in the world, very stable, very very stable. Just you're like a lighthouse. Just you're there with your light, and everybody can trust that you're going to continue being there. So you're guiding them. And we have Page of Pentacles. And finally the Sun. Oh my God, I love your reading. I love your reading. I love your reading. I love your reading. Yeah, I love this energy. Yeah, the Sun. So yeah, the Sun. I mean, you are the Sun. You're meant to be the Sun. You are meant to be the beacon of light. Yeah, that is your highest purpose. That is your highest purpose. And I think also, like, you're making a lot of money. You know, Eckhart Tolle has a lot of money, because he doesn't even care about money, actually. I don't even think he always in his talks, he says how bad he is with paperworks and things like that. Even, you know, the Indian guru, Raham, oh my God, I always have such a hard time saying his name. Ramani Maharishi. Sorry, Indian people, if I'm saying that wrong, or everybody else also probably knows who it is, or who knows who it is. Ramani Maharishi, I think it was him. I think when he got enlightened, he was dwelling so much in the present moment, you know. He forgot he had a physical body. He didn't even care he had a physical body. So actually what happened, before people realized he was enlightened, and they kind of, you know, could recognize that, and somehow he balanced his energy to become the teacher that he became. But before that, he wasn't even caring. There was no him anymore. He just had a physical body, but like, the person was not there anymore. So what happened was he got a wound or something on his leg, and he had worms and insects kind of eating his leg. So there was a part of his leg that was eaten up. So that's what I say, they are so detached from the physical thing, so they don't really care about that. And And Eckhart Tolle doesn't even care that he has a lot of money, but I know he donates a lot of money, but I don't think they don't think like that. And I know also when Eckhart Tolle got enlightened, you know, for many years he didn't know what happened to him. He was sleeping on park benches. He didn't have anything to live. He lost everything, but he didn't care. And then he ended up in, I think, in Tibet or Himalayas, India or something. And he went to many different spiritual teachers, and in the end he understand what happened. He's like, I have stopped thinking. That was what happened. So, but to get to the point here, you're gonna make a lot of money. You're gonna make a lot of money. And I think, you know, King of Pentacles, you're making a lot of money. Page of Pentacles, you're donating a lot of money. So you're getting a lot of money and you're giving a lot of money. So you're oh, you are meant to do good big things. And I keep referring like to Eckhart Tolle, to Jesus, to Ramani Maharishi, and to all these gurus and to all these leaders and all these things. So whoever you resonate with, whoever you resonate with, you I think you understand what kind of energy that I'm talking about. This is your higher purpose on a more universal level. And if it happens this lifetime or lifetimes to come, it doesn't matter. But this is the highest purpose. And this is how universe wants to manifest through you. And I think wherever you are on your journey, you know, we don't have to reach enlightenment. I think this is already in your life. This is already pushing inside of you. You're meant to be there. You're meant to talk to people. You're meant to share truth. You're meant to talk. Talk, you know, just your voice. Your voice contains so much love, so much wisdom, so much healing. So it's like, and I keep getting, don't be scared of being on stage. You're meant to be out there. So be out there. You're preparing yourself. And you know, at the end, you're not even going to be scared. So, but yeah, that's what you're meant to do. And I love that you have the sun here. You're meant to be a sunshine in so many people's lives. And in healing, you know, the sun is also about healing. The sun is about life purpose. Yeah, it's about purpose, actually. So this is a big purpose that you have to do. This is a major purpose that you have. A very big purpose that you have. And help people heal their inner child. You have another horse here, actually. Another white horse. Oh, you are such a pure soul, pile number 1. You're definitely meant for some high awakened, enlightened stage. Helping people heal, really helping people heal from a lot of pain and a lot of hurt, and you're gonna be very loved, very loved, and you're gonna come in, you know. People need you. People need you. Yeah, you're not gonna think about that it is like that, but they need you, and you're gonna be there for them. You're gonna be there for them from a very high, like I said, it's gonna be a very high stage of truth that you're meant to share. Whew, okay, that was super. Yeah, that was super. I'm almost flying off my chair here. That was your reading, pile number 1. If you like my readings, hit that like button, subscribe on my channel. I wish you all the love. Yeah, if you want to leave a comment in the comment section as well, also super curious. You don't have to. Only if you want to share this. Yeah, share your story with me and the rest of the viewers here. Okay. Anyways, love and light to you. Hope to see you next time. Goodbye, Pile 1. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. What higher purpose does the universe want you to fulfill? And you felt drawn to the angel of the afterlife here. We have a number 13 here as well. Okay. Angel of the afterlife. Let's put that there. And let's put your tarot cards here to the side. And we're going to start by looking at some more oracle cards. I'm getting an energy here. I think you're meant to help people that are in a very dark place in their life. If you look at the picture here, it's a lot of darkness here. I feel like you are the angel here, lifting them out of that darkness, helping people, maybe even out of sickness, people that are sick, people that are in despair, people that are in need, maybe even. Yeah, people that are in need. Okay, we have Pluto's and wealth. Pluto's, Pluto's is the Greek god of wealth, and the story is that Zeus took away his sight so he would use his gifts and give wealth to people without judging them. So you are meant to help people. I think you're really meant to do volunteer work or volunteer work or help people. Maybe in countries there is war, there is poverty, there is misery, and or could also be could also just be people in despair, people with mental sicknesses or sickness or something like that. But it feels like, yeah, you're meant to make a big change. You're meant to do it. You're meant to go there and do it. It feels like the angel coming in here, lifting somebody up here, touching somebody with her hands, helping them. It wouldn't surprise me, pile 2, if some of you are working kind of in a hospital or as a teacher or something like that. It could be that you feel very drawn to, or have felt very drawn to do a job where you're helping people. But there is a bigger purpose here. There is a bigger purpose, but that is also definitely your purpose. And it feels, you're such a kind soul. I mean, you're not judging people. I think you have the ability to get your hand on a lot of wealth, and it could be people donating money, or you're gathering money or something like that, and then you're putting it into different projects, and you're also traveling to different places to see where the money is needed. But you're helping people in need. Yeah, that's what universe wants you to do. They want you to help people in need. People that are in poverty, people that are in misery, people that are dying, people that are sick, people that are outcast, that nobody cares about, the homeless, the less fortunate, and to do it without judgment. And you don't have that. You don't have the judgment here. Zeus doesn't need to take away your sight. You have this natural energy inside of you, and I feel very touched actually by this energy. Very, very touched. There's a very motherly energy here, taking care of, nurturing. And once again, it wouldn't surprise me if some of you are already working in something like this, like a social worker, like a teacher maybe like a doctor or a nurse, or something like that, in an elderly home maybe. You're very good at this, very, very good. You have such a nurturing energy naturally. A motherly, nurturing energy is there, and a caring energy, and very strong. If you're a man, I also feel a very divine masculine. I feel a very divine, so I wouldn't surprise me here, my male viewers, my 14.3% male viewers. I can feel your energy, beautiful divine masculine energy that you have. Wow, you're doing so good, and yeah, you can do more. I just feel you can do more, but you're doing it already by being you. I don't know what you're doing, but you are such a kind soul. And you are really you're making a change in people's lives. You are making a change in people's life. If you're doing something like this, you are making a big change. Every person that you touch people's hearts. You touch. And look, she's actually holding this man on the heart here. So, yeah, holding him here on the heart. And saying, so some of you might really like work in an elderly home, being with people, when they're taking their last breaths, just guiding them, taking care of them, or people that are, or maybe, people that are sick, people that are lonely, people that don't have anybody, no family. And I feel like I want to go to a hospital now and like just care for somebody. That's the energy. It's so nice. It's selfless service. yeah, selfless service here. And like I said, it's like, and you know, wealth is just, you know, wealth is not only financial money. It's not only money. You have wealth. You have this flowing fountain of compassion inside of you, of kindness inside of yourself, of that soft touch of healing. I feel like I feel so good in this energy. And yeah, you're meant to just be you and be kind and just be nice to people, especially the outcast. Especially, I think, like, really, like, maybe really get involved in some kind of project, or starting a project yourself, or doing something, however this resonates for you. This is definitely a higher purpose that you have. Endurance and ginseng. Endurance and ginseng. Dude, it feels like being the strong one being the strong one in situations that can be very difficult. You know, it's hard to be. It could be hard to be that beacon of light in amongst people that are suffering a lot. You know, homeless people, sick people, people in poverty, people that lost a lot. It demands a lot from a soul. It demands a soul to be very healed in themselves and very pure in themselves, very selfless. No, helping people without taking on their pain and suffering, because taking on somebody's pain and suffering is not helpful. Actually, not helpful at all. And then, you know, then all of a sudden you are also feeling as bad as them. No, look at this angel here, holding that energy of light, being able to hold that energy, and that demands some kind of a inner strength inside of yourself. You have that. You are such a beautiful soul. You're here to help people. Strength. Wow. Endurance and strength. A lot of inner strength. And it wouldn't surprise me if you had gone through a lot to come here. But you as a soul, I mean, you are the purest. You're such a pure soul. I mean, the rest of the things that you are handling, I mean, that is just the conditioned mind and the conditions of the feeling. So that has nothing to do with you, actually. But as a soul, you can really do good in the world. You can make a change. And, you know, it doesn't matter if you change one person's life. We have a one here with the strength. Changing one person's life is enough, you know. Being that one person is gonna be very happy. So yeah. Attract through glow. What an interesting card. Yeah, look at this. So attract through glow. There's a bug here going towards the light, and there's another bug here. Is it a firefly? I don't know, actually. But attract through glow. People will come to you. People wants to come to you. I think you're very... people feel good when they are with you. You just have this energy of kindness. I think you're a very kind person, pile number 1. You are a very kind person. You have a natural kindness. You're non-judgmental. You have a lot of wisdom inside of yourself. You know not to judge. You know not to judge somebody by what they have or how they look or what they have achieved, or because it doesn't have anything with a person to do. It doesn't have anything to do with a person. Let me fix it a little bit here. Okay. So you are meant, your higher purpose is to help people. Yeah, it is to help people. It is to serve and to help people. That is, you're a healer. You are a natural healer. You're a strong healer. You're the best healer. You're not you're not like a healer. But you are, but it's like, I don't know how to say it. Let me try to explain. It's like the kindness of the mother, you know? Like, you know what energy I'm getting here? Mother Mary energy I'm getting. And to put this in a masculine energy also, I would say Archangel Raphael or Archangel Gabriel, an energy like that. Yeah, also Buddha. I mean, the Buddha was full of compassion. Compassion, yeah, compassionate. Compassion, that is your healing. The compassion is your healing. So you're not the one channeling healing. You're not meant to. You maybe you have that tip too, but put that aside. Some people are channeling healing. Channeling this, channeling that, doing things here, doing that. But you're embodying. You're meant to embody compassionate love, loving kindness, metta, and then share that into the world. I'm about to cry because it's so nice. With the kindness, with the kindness of your actions, and the kindness of your actions. For people like this, there can be people that nobody have been kind to for years. I want to do this now, actually. I want to help somebody now. Yeah, no, maybe nobody has, and it's like you're there and you're giving them food, or whatever you're doing it, and it's so nice, and you're doing it for there's a purity, inside of yourself, and you have this. There's a need for your soul to do this. I don't think you're going to feel fulfilled in your life until you're fully doing this, because it's in your compassion is in your soul, being a server. Yeah, being a server, serving people, as Buddha, everybody that gets enlightened, actually everybody that's truly awakened, nobody that's walking on the light, nobody that is walking on the true path towards enlightenment or towards healing and awakening, if they don't awaken that facility, okay, let's just go with that word. Facility, faculty. Is it called faculty, maybe? I think faculty, facility, faculty. Yeah, let's go with that word. So anybody walking on that path, they are bound to awaken that faculty of compassionate love, of metta and loving kindness, wanting to serve people. And if you're walking on the true path, this is bound to awaken in you. And if it doesn't awaken in you, you're doing something wrong. I don't like telling people they're doing something wrong, but yeah, ego is not supposed to get formed, or it's one of the most common traps, actually. And even Buddha warned about this, and at a certain stage, when you're working with yourself and you're awakening, your gifts are gonna get very strong. Your abilities are getting very strong. You're awakening a lot of gifts and abilities inside of yourself, and this is a very, very, very difficult stage for anybody working towards their awakening, enlightenment. What are we doing always of our walking to enlightenment? If you're working with yourself, even if you're aware of it or not, you're walking towards enlightenment. So one of the most dangerous stages here is this stage when you really start to awaken your gifts and talents and abilities, because what happens here is you can get stuck here, and you can really form an ego out of this, and you start making money, and your people are really starting to like you, and then it's like, yeah, I'm Angel, I'm the spiritual teacher, and I can do this and I can do that. So it's a very tricky place to be, but that is not the place to stop on, and you're not doing that. I don't see this in your energy at all, but I wanted to mention it because I like talking and I like telling stories. So and that just came naturally. You don't have this. You don't have this at all. So what happens? What like I said, if you're really walking on the true path towards enlightenment, healing, and this metta and loving kindness is bound to awaken in you, and the want to serve people. The want to serve people. It is bound to happen. It does not happen. If it doesn't happen, then somebody has lost their way. Yeah, that's the way it is. They're lost their way, actually. And if we look in the past, what did all the saints and sages of the past do? All the saints and sages of the past did this. Anybody that had awakened that light inside of themselves served. And you don't even have to reach the enlightened stage. Look at Gandhi or Martin Luther King or Nelson Mandela or other people like this. They also had that inside themselves, wanting to make a change, but not from a place of fear and fight, from a place of love. So you have this big compassion inside of yourself. Your soul is oozing compassion and love and kindness, and this divine masculine and divine feminine energy here that wants to do good for the people in the world. So this is, and you have so much strength in this, you know. Being compassionate and kind is not being weak in somewhere. It's the biggest, there's nobody is as strong as, you know, the person full of compassion. You know, it was like when Buddha spoke to somebody or Jesus spoke to somebody with that compassionate voice. If it was somebody that was angry, they started trembling, you know, ooh, because of the vibrations of love. It was like, ooh, they go like that. So there's nothing that is so strong as love. And I mean, it sounds like a cliche, but it's not. It's not a cliche. It's strong, strong, strong. So you have so much strength inside of you. So this is what you're meant to do. This is, you know, whatever scale that you feel like it. But it just, you know, like I said, it doesn't matter if it's 1 person or 10 person or 50 person. You know, if you go down to a third world country and you really like dig in and help people, or you build a school or something like that, it doesn't matter. You're meant to touch people's lives. Yeah, you're meant. And I think I think your soul won't find rest until that energy has come through you. You know, your heart is your biggest asset. It's kind of your connection with yourself and your connection with source. You have a very, very strong connection with source, very strong connection with source, and you won't feel at home until you have opened and bridged and embodied and become kind of, you know, letting that universal source energy flow through your heart with that unconditional compassion and love and kindness that you have inside of yourself, that is a part of the whole, everything. Oh, I love this energy. Yeah, I knew I was gonna love all these readings. So yeah, attract through glow. So a lot of people are meant to come to you. So yeah, a lot of people, you're meant to have your home and your heart open. Yeah, your home and your heart open to helping people. So let's look at your tarot cards here. I think I'm going to restart the camera first, because when it's 20 minutes almost, and after 30 minutes it stops by itself. So let's just do it. Oh yeah, there, it goes fast. So okay, tarot cards here. 10 of Wands. Yeah, 10 of Wands. Helping people carry their burdens. Helping. And look, I like this 10 of Wands here. It's a man smiling here. What a kind man. Look at him. He's not smiling on the picture. This is not hard. Like I can carry your wands, you know. If it's hard on you, let me help you carry them. And I'm not saying there's also an energy here that you have to take care of yourself first. That is the first thing. Always take care of yourself first. But this is your higher purpose, you know. This is your higher purpose, but you also have to take care of yourself first. So don't go in, because I think you can be like people pleasing or really wanting to do good, and sometimes maybe for some of you forgetting about yourself. So remember to do your own healing first, to prioritize yourself first, and along the way, you know, helping, listening to a friend, all of those things, like I said, is also important. But there's a need for remember to also take care of yourself. Yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. You have 9 of Wands. You're meant, like I said, 9 of Wands goes very good together with endurance and strength. You know, holding a very high loving energy in circumstances and situations where people are really like maybe driven a lot by ego. You know, if you go to a third world country, or if you go somewhere where there's a lot of poverty, or if you go amongst homeless people, or, you know, a lot of or areas, you know, there is a lot of crime or something like that, it's gonna be tough, you know. It's gonna be tough. So you're meant to, that's what I said first. I think there's a part here that's your own healing, your own growing, and then this energy inside of you grows, and as the stronger you become in your own energy, then it's gonna be easier for you to go into this, to fulfill this mission that you have. So, but you're with the 9 of Wands here, you're meant to stand your ground, hold the love and light, you know, like Gandhi did, you know. He didn't go into fight. I mean, he was a pacifist. He didn't fight. He didn't get triggered, you know. He was able to hold And Jesus, I mean, Jesus, they what is it? They nailed him to the cross. I mean, they nailed him to the cross, and they were hating him. Part was hating him, nailed him to the cross, you know, crucified him, and he was there hanging on the cross, full of compassion, full of love. So, you know, that is definitely standing your ground in love and light. So I don't mean that you're going to do something as intense as that, but I just wanted to give that as an example. So being able to be, not get carried away if you're in a room, you know, with people, and you are organizing the money because you're going to give it to some projects, and there's a lot of people that maybe don't have good intentions. So you're meant to like be that compassionate, kind voice, and people listen to you. That's the thing. People listen to you because they can see and they can feel in your energy that you are the real deal when it comes to this. So you can do a lot of good just with your kindness. It's your biggest strength, your kindness. And we have 10 of Swords here. Yeah, end of suffering. You are meant to help people get through big sufferings and pains. And King of Sword. Oh, I love this. Yeah, King of Sword, you know, sharing truth. Being that Archangel Michael, sword of truth, sharing truth. Being that voice of truth. The voice for the people that don't have a voice. The voice of people that are forgotten, the outcast, that nobody cares about anymore. It's so sad. But yeah, and two of wands. Oh my god, I forgot. It says roads here, but that's wands. So 2 of wands. Yeah, giving people hope. Giving people hope, changing the future. 2 of wands is all about planning and just changing the future. It's all about the future. Taking people out of despair. Taking people out of sickness and despair and suffering, and guiding them towards a better future. Yeah, guiding them towards a better future. Very strong in your energy, very pure in your energy. Pile number 2, I love you. I just have to say that. I love you, I love this mission, and I love this energy. Okay. That was your reading today. If you feel like it, please leave a comment in the comment section and share your story for myself and for the other viewers. Only if you feel like it. And if you want to support me, also hit that like button if you like my readings. So, or want to see more, hit also the subscribe to my channel. Let's say it like that. Okay, pile number 2. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading. What higher purpose does universe want you to fulfill? And you felt drawn to this card, and it is the Angel of Family. It is an angel overseeing a family, I think. I don't know if they're praying. This one looks like it's... one is praying, and this one looks like being a bit in despair, and this little boy looks almost like he's looking at the angel here. Angel of Family. We have a number 4 here. Number 4 is about... feels like it's about family, stability. Let's just leave that there. Let's put your tarot cards to the side, and we're gonna dive into your oracle cards. And we have Laertes and Faithfulness. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but that was the father of Odysseus. Oh my god, all this pronunciation. Faithfulness. The story is, anyways, he stayed faithful after Odysseus went on his journey, and his wife died out of I think she was heartbroken because she missed her son. And yeah, he stayed faithful. That is the story. And the story is probably something the story is, of course, much more complicated than that, but let's just keep it simple. So faithfulness and Angel of Family, it goes pretty good together. What higher purpose does universe want you to fulfill? There's something with getting people together. Getting people together. It could be something healing your family, I'm getting here. Healing your family, healing generational energies or karma. It could be even something like that. Okay, let's look at the rest here. Dreams. We have California poppy with dreams. California. So maybe some of you are from California and this is about your family. There's a healing going on here. Helping. You know, it doesn't have to be helping your birth family. If you really feel that doesn't resonate, sometimes, you know, we're meant to let go of our family. If we have really like toxic people in our family, we shouldn't hold on to that. But we're trying to look at the higher purpose now. So maybe there is, but it feels like getting people together. And it doesn't have, like I said, it doesn't have to be your birth family here, actually. It can be soul family, other people, yeah, soul family, other people that are meant to cross your path. And dreams, could be people that you have dreams and visions about. And faithfulness, it could be like the soul bond that you have from past lives, and just a higher soul bond and a higher soul purpose. We have to look at the rest of the cards here. We have quantum jump. Quantum jump. We have a cricket. We have the yin and yang. Quantum jump. I think you're meant to, I don't know, you think you're meant to heal your family line, the generational line. This is definitely the energy that keeps coming here. And it's hard labor. You know, I think this card, the Lart, this also stands for hard labor. It's hard labor. Big burden to carry, hard labor. And the quantum jump is your healing. Your awakening and your healing is healing the generational line. It doesn't even have to be, you know, it's not about, you know, it's not about, it's bigger than like kind of, you know, reconnecting kind of with your family or just helping them and guiding them and giving them healing or whatever you're doing with your family. It's bigger than that. It's kind of the generational like line going back to ancient civilizations. I mean, your family line have been, it's thousands of years old. So back. Yeah, really back. Healing that. Quantum jump here is you taking a quantum jump and bringing that whole line with you and changing it somehow. What's the last card? Truth. Oh, you know what? I think, yeah, it looks, oh, I'm sorry guys, I was looking at the picture. This woman here is, I think it's the Indian guru Ananda Mayima, one of my most beloved gurus. She's not alive anymore, but yeah, truth. She had a very special way of sharing the truth. She was an Indian mystic and an enlightened guru. I don't remember when she died. I think it was in the beginning of the 80s, somewhere maybe, yeah, 80s. I think somewhere in the 80s when she passed away. And she was seen as somebody she had a very mystical energy, and her way of sharing the truth was also very special in some way. She also actually, you know what she did here with dreams? She often entered into the states of fully immersed in the now. She went into this kind of dream-like states where she was so connected with source. And there's many pictures of her when she's just sitting and you can see her whole body is relaxed. She's just so relaxed and she's in bliss. Yeah, she went into the states of this blissful states. This blissful states. So you are meant to help people that has crossed your path, and it could be people you don't even like, because I feel I have an aversion. You know, I come from a very toxic family actually, so my mom is a narcissist. Yeah, actually she's the most toxic one. So, and then you know, as sometimes we have such toxic parents, we have to cut with them to protect ourselves, at least until we have healed and until the energy doesn't bother us anymore. So what I feel here is you're meant to do that. You're meant to do that quantum jump in your healing, and find your inner truth, and like Anandamayima, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right, find that blissful, peaceful state inside of yourself where nobody can mess with your energy anymore, because you have bliss inside of yourself. You have freed yourself from the dramas and the conflicts and the old energy. So you could definitely have something going on with your family, pile number 3, like really karmic situations with your family, and with faithfulness, like maybe even hard time leaving your family because of the culture. You're not allowed to not like your mom. It's kind of weird not to do that. But if you I recently I read somewhere, it's like if you have a narcissistic parent, you don't have a if you have a narcissistic mother, you don't have a mother. You're grown up with an abuser, and that is actually how it is. But in many cultures, like I'm Armenian, so in my culture it's the same. You're always meant to cherish and love your parents and be there for them. So, and also like if you're married with somebody, in many cultures, divorce is, you're not allowed to divorce, and all these things. So it can be very difficult. So it could be like if you could be stuck in something like that, or you just have a very hard family situation with a lot of toxic people in your family or relatives or stuff like that, and the reason the higher purpose is for you to awaken, to heal, to find bliss, to find peace and freedom inside of yourself. And I just want to say, you're not meant to endure toxicity. Rather, sometimes, like I said, sometimes we have to take a step back, cut out the people, heal ourselves, and then when we're fully healed, then we are there helping them. But I think you don't even have to do that if you don't want to. This is individually and personally up to you, of course, how you feel it resonates for you. Because just changing your energy, because you have your family's energy in your DNA, going back to thousands and thousands of years, you have it in your DNA. So just changing, healing, finding bliss inside of yourself is gonna heal that family line back, releasing that generational karma. Really generational karma. And I think your higher purpose is really finding bliss inside of yourself, finding inner peace and bliss, and finding freedom, freeing yourself from the hard labors of this. And for some of you, if you are stuck in that tricky situation, married to a man or a woman that you don't like, and you can't leave them, or you have responsibilities over your parents, and or somebody's sick and you have these responsibilities, and it's easy maybe sometimes it's easy, for people like kind of in the Western world to say, yeah, you can just leave and go. But it's not like that everywhere in the world. I have full respect for that. Like I said, being an Armenian also, I'm born here in Sweden. So I have also I have a bit of both views, maybe. I am myself. So let's just keep that to the side. But I have full respect and understanding that in some cultures and in some countries, it's not that easy to do things like that. You cannot just say, yeah, just go be free. It's not that simple. Sometimes it is really tricky. But even how tricky it is, you are meant somehow to reach your freedom. You're meant to free yourself somehow. And it could be even being a tricky situation, finding freedom in yourself doesn't demand anything from you. You can become enlightened in the most abusive situations, and maybe that can be I wouldn't say stay in any abusive situations. If you can if you can take yourself out of that situation, do that. That is prior number one. I mean, really, that is priority number one. If it's really abusive, you should do that anyways, no matter how hard it is. I mean, so anyways, but you can get enlightened in any situation. You can get enlightened in the midst of the city. So it's all up to ourselves. And I just feel like you have a very special path. I keep getting the Ananda my energy here. I love her energy. I remember first time seeing her picture. I actually have her picture on my refrigerator, and I just really, really adore her energy. It could be that you're finding there is an energy guiding you. I want to say that pile number 3, there is a special spiritual teacher or don't like using the spiritual teacher concept or things like that, because we have everything that we need inside of ourselves. But sometimes, especially enlightened people, like Ananda Mayama, she's not even live, but just having her picture, it's toning into that energy. It gives us comfort. It guides us. So you have an energy like this, some kind of higher energy that is guiding you and helping you to whatever difficulties that you're going through. Through every difficulties you're going through. And these dreams that I'm feeling here with the California poppy feels like that is another dimension that you are in touch with, that is guiding you. You have a lot of saints and sages, and you have a lot of very high vibrational energy inside of yourself, and as a soul you have come very far, and just around you also wanting to help you. So I feel like you're meant to really focus on yourself. You're meant to focus on your own path. You're meant to focus on your own healing, your own liberation. You're meant to liberate yourself. And liberating yourself, finding that inner peace, at the same time liberating so many other people that somehow are connected to you. And like I said, I think also people that really hurt you. There's regret here on the picture. I mean, look at this family dinner here. It doesn't even look nice. Everybody's sad. What's going on? I mean, this person is like, regret. There's regret. There's maybe shame and guilt here. And everything is here on the table. There's food and everything here, but there's still this harmony. There's a disharmony here in this picture. Yeah, we have a number 37 here. 36 and 37. That's interesting. And a 4 and a 17. If that is significant to anybody. Okay, let me take a sip of my tea. And with the quantum jump also, it feels like you're definitely meant to change your life. Big change in your life. Big change in your life. Big change, quantum jump, a big change, a big shift in your energy. A big shift in your energy, yeah. Let me look at this card again here. I don't know who that one is actually. I don't know. And look at this. There's also one man with he has a bag on his head, not seeing anything. But that's you, I feel. Or maybe that one. One of these, actually. Yeah. Okay, let's look at your tarot cards. And you have 5 of Cups. Yeah, 5 of Cups is past pain. Past pain, things going wrong, disappointments, family disappointments, family arguments, disappointments, sadness. And we have 5 of Swords. Yeah, a lot of conflict here. 5 of Swords. People hurting each other, People hurting each other. There's a lot of hurt here. 5, 5. 5 is also standing. It's an angel number that stands for positive change. So big change here. We have Page of Cups. Yeah, healing. Healing. We have King of Wands. Wow. Wow. And we have another Page of Cups. Another Page of Cups. It makes me think really childhood. Healing. Oh, the purity here of the energy. Let me see here. So, what higher purpose does the universe want you to fulfill? Yeah, freeing. It's interesting here because everybody that is hurting, everybody that has hurt, that's people that have hurt you in the past, or that is hurting you now in some way, family or people around you. With the Page of Cups here, they hurt you because they were hurt by other people. So it kind of feels like the inner childs of your parents, and the pain they went through. Somehow, it's like all the inner childs of your family line are supposed to get healed by your healing. And I don't know, you seem to be a very, very powerful soul to have taken on this task. Pile number 3. You have taken on a big task to do this, it feels. But with the King of Wands here kind of in the middle, it shows that you have the capacity to do that. And we have a chameleon. I don't know if it's chameleon. It looks like a chameleon here. So it's kind of, it's showing you shifting your energy. You are not who you think that you are. You are not who you think that you are. Just feel like, wow, I really got a strong energy, You are definitely not who you think you are. Whoever you think that you are, the name that you have and stuff like that, that's one part. But whoever you think that you are on the soul level is not. You are a very, very powerful soul, actually, that came here to Earth to do a very special mission, to help, to really help, in situations like this. There's a strong angelic energy here, or ascended master energy or something like that, but you have a very, very strong energy. And the King of Wands here really shows it, and the Chameleon shows here. It's like you don't know. Some of you might know. Sometimes when you're doing. Sometimes we have very strong spiritual experiences. It could be when you're doing ayahuasca or San Pedro or something like that. When your third eye and your crown chakra is really open, and you get connected really to the oneness, and you get really high information, or in things like that. Or just through meditation or Kundalini awakening or stuff like. You can get really, really high. High clarity about who we are at a higher level, but you really feel like I don't know. I don't think you have a clue what a powerful soul that you are, and the quantum jump. You have that ability. I mean, the King of Wands can do it. You have that ability to do this. You have like Ananda Mayama. She was such a mystic. She was such a special soul. I think maybe that's her husband. No, maybe not. He kind of maybe looks like her husband became her disciple, actually. So yeah, her follower, her disciple. Yeah, it could be maybe. Yeah, but you have that energy, and I think she was born like that. So it's like you are some mystical soul, and it's like you don't even know it, and that's the higher purpose for you, is do that quantum jump to back to that energy, getting back into that energy, that embodiment of that truth of who you are. And at the same time, like I said, heal all this energy from your family line, all the pain, all the hurt, all the pain and all the hurt. And it feels like my stomach hurts a bit now. It feels like it's been a lot of pain and pain and hurt. And I think if you kind of look at your family ancestral history, wow, I mean, it's needed. Your loving energy is needed. It's gonna pour into, like, I just see like rains going into the earth, going back. And you can see, I don't know where you're from, but I mean, wherever you're from, I mean, yeah, where are you from, pile number 3? Curious here now. It wouldn't surprise me if you are from some very special countries, and you have some really strong energy. You are a soul. You are a soul amongst souls, I hear now. You are a soul amongst souls. You are a mystic. Yeah, you are a mystic soul. You're carrying a very, very special energy within you, a very mystical energy. Would it surprise me if you're very drawn to India, to Tibet, to the Himalayas, to India? Wouldn't surprise me if you're very drawn to India, or if you are Indian even. I know I have a lot of Indian viewers. But yeah, the mysticism, the mystical energies, and very like drawn to enlightened energies and enlightened gurus and sages and saints of the past. Very drawn to this energy. And at the same time, carrying a lot of suffering. It feels like you carried a lot of suffering. Yeah, you did. You carried a lot of suffering, and people around you carried a lot of suffering. Yeah, I'm getting healing, I feel, just listening to this. The energy is very soft here. Very, very soft here. Page of Cups. Let me see if I get something else. Page of Cups, the pages is all about messages, truths. I think you're meant to help people in your family awaken by your own transformation, when you don't get affected anymore by your family members, and when you're going back to Christmas dinners or whatever it is, you're sitting there with your love and compassion, you know, the people are going to awaken. And you don't even, like I said, you don't even have to meet your family, just your energy, because the connections that you have, there's connections, you know, there's soul contracts between you. So whatever you're doing, it's kind of, it's like veins, yeah, it's like light veins of energies goes through you and into the people, into these people, and it's helping them awaken, it's helping them heal. So you're doing a massive, massive, massive healing, not just for yourself, or for other people as well. And I want to give you a big pat on the back, and I want to give you a big hug. And I feel like crying a bit, because I feel like for some of you, not for all of you, but for some of you, it's been really, 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 really tough. Almost to the border of being too much. And I just want to tell you, like, I've experienced this as well. You know, I have a lot of karma, you know, with family karma. Yeah. And yeah, it's my family. Yeah, my family is carrying a lot of karma, actually. So I just want to give you a pat on the back and remind you that you can ask your spirit guides and team to if it's too much, tell them to make it a bit less. I do that at times, you know. I like, okay, now I need a break. You need to take it a bit more slow. So just tell them to be clear with you and to really guide you and to help you. And be open for that. I mean, you have the connection and you have such a strong energy wanting to help you, or is helping you. There is grace helping you. There is divine grace. I promise you, pine number 3. There is divine grace helping you. Open up for that energy. Leave the toxicity, people and things behind. Don't try to solve it. Protect yourself if you need to do that. Protect your energy, protect yourself, and dwell into the spiritual side of it. Find forgiveness, find compassion, find healing, find your freedom. That is the work that you're doing. Doing it with yourself is how you're doing the rest of these things. So focusing on yourself is what you need to focus on. And with the pages here, focus on your inner child. There's an inner child here that needs you. Yeah, your inner child, he or she needs you. Really needs you. And yeah. Okay. Whew. I think that was your reading, pile number 3. I feel so calm now. I think I could go to sleep, and I feel like I'm in a cocoon of love now after these 3 readings. A very nice energy. And you're Poppy, yeah, you know, Poppy is used for like pain relief, but it's like sleep. Yeah, so anyways, okay, pile number 3, that was your reading. So yeah, if you want to support my readings, hit that like button. And if you want to share your story, please feel free to do that in the commentary section. If you want to share it with me and the rest of the viewers here, you don't have to share anything, but just if you feel like it. I know many people enjoy sharing and connecting through the commentary section. And yeah, I also find it very interesting to connect with your energy a bit in the commentary sections. Yeah, if you like my readings, also subscribe to my channel. Either way, pile number 3, I really wish you all the best, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.